I caught my husband cheating, and so I broke off the marriage. But after the twisted truth came out, I want him back. Hello, everyone.
This is your daily dose of internet.
My husband, 35 male, and I, 30 female, married for 8 years, have been separated for the last 14 months, and I need help and advice on how to rekindle our relationship. We are currently not on speaking terms, and all of our arrangements go through our lawyer. But I will have an opportunity over Christmas to clear the air and set things straight, as he will be flying in from Sydney to spend time with the kids.
Okay, this is your shot.
So, what happened? I received a Facebook message in September last year that my husband, quote unquote, was taking and exchanging naked photos with another woman on Tinder.
Yeah, she was just inspecting, you know, just like.
We spoke on the phone for a bit, and the only proof she had was a screenshot of their conversations and his profile. Long story short, OP did some sleuthing. I downloaded Tinder and found his profile with his location less than 1 kilometer away. I was convinced that he was cheating, and we had a terrible fallout that evening, which led to my family coming over to calm the situation. But instead, it escalated when my brother punched and grabbed hold of my husband. Joking. The neighbors called the police, and my husband was asked to pack a few things and stay elsewhere for a while. We separated shortly after, and he has since moved to Sydney to be closer with his ailing father, but sees our kids for a weekend twice a month. Fast forward to the beginning of November this year, my neighbor rocked up at my doorstep to tell me that her husband was catfishing women on dating apps using my husband's photos.
Stop it.
Damn! You know your husband a hottie when people are using him to catfish. He downloaded these photos from a MacBook that we lent him during COVID. And some of these photos were intimate in nature and of me. Dude, creepy neighbor. The police are currently dealing with this. All of this has been relayed to my husband through his lawyer, but his response has been lukewarm and said we could talk about it over Christmas. I am so scared that we might be too far down the rabbit hole and that he will likely push for divorce, even though I know that we love each other deeply.
Oh.
But this took a massive toll on our mental health, finances, and the well-being of our 3 kids.
Oh, no. And he got freaking smacked in the face.
And everyone thinks like, oh yeah, like he definitely did it. Okay, so there is an update, but what would you do? And what would you guys do if you realize
Truly,
like this cheating husband that you thought you had is actually like not a cheating husband, maybe a stand-up guy?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, all you can really do, I feel like, is come to him and be like, look, this wasn't your fault. Like you got all this
He got
stuff you don't deserve.
Yeah, he got
all
a
of this
ton
stuff.
of shit,
and it's
dude.
so unfair for you, and it's awful, and it's disgusting. I'm so sorry about everything. And can we attempt to work back and, you know, you tell me what you need and we just communicate and see if we can build.
She like didn't even try to believe him. That's the other thing.
Yeah.
And I feel like we've seen stories where it has been super damning, but catfishing happens all the time.
Yeah, totally.
And the fact that she didn't believe him,
yeah,
that's kind of rough.
Yeah, man, yeah.
Unfortunately, after having sat down and discussed things, it was decided that our marriage is beyond repair. And that we should go our separate ways.
Man.
He is currently in therapy and was requested that we have a clean break and no further contact in the future. I intend to respect his wishes and will continue to communicate through his lawyer on matters that concern our kids. I have since cleared the air with our families and friends and still actively work towards repairing his reputation. I'd also like to clarify the assault and why my parents came over in the first place, because her brother. Yeah.
Gave him old ringer.
The night of the argument, I called my mother to ask if I could drop off our kids and if they could spend the evening there, but she was concerned about my emotional state and asked that I stay put and they could come fetch the kids instead. They arrived and my brother opted to stay outside while my parents came inside to grab the kids in their bags. At this point, my father asked to talk to my ex and calm the situation. My mom dragged me away to get the kids and their bags ready. My brother was very confused when we came outside and was triggered by my mom saying that my ex might have cheated. My brother reacted the moment my ex walked out and grabbed my arm in a non-violent way, leading to the punch and scuffle on the front lawn. He was remorseful and apologized even before we found out my ex was not to blame. It is a series of unfortunate events that have changed many lives and robbed my family of our love and happiness. Now I have to focus on my kids, my depression, and coming to terms with the divorce. I will never forget, but hopefully the pain won't be as intense. Damn, that sucks. I want to know what you guys would do in this situation. Like, would you, like, as the guy who had all of this shit come out against him that was not true, and as the girl too. But John, what do you think? What would you do?
Okay, here's what I think. Go sue the guy who catfished. My God, like,
Yeah, if your family is in a tough financial situation because of this, if that ain't emotional damage, I don't know what is.
Oh my God,
you screwed over an entire family. At least get a bag from it.
And you know, not even the bag. I just like, hey, you caused all of this.
Yeah,
I don't know. That's something that just as the story was ending, I'm like, okay, maybe that's like.
It's crazy. Also, just how like one neighbor can just screw your entire life.
All of it.
Yeah.
Never lend your laptop. That's what I've learned.
Like, yeah, you can blame the neighbor. And of course, the neighbor is the blame.
Yeah.
I think also like there was communication that broke down too that led to the divorce.
Yeah. That's true.
But I don't know. What do you guys think? Who is to blame? What would you do if you were the husband? What would you do if you were the wife? And we'll see you in the next episode.
Love you.